Hi friends and subscriber family, in this video you will learn how to use regret to move you forward instead of holding you back, so you stop regretting the past.
Let's get stuck in.
You need to get back in the driver's seat. At the moment, your emotions are using you. They are in control and in the driver's seat. Your emotions have hijacked you and they're taking you on a crazy, paralyzing, not so joyful joyride to the land of darkness, despair and depression. So you need to get back in the driver's seat. Here's how you do it. You need to be aware you are feeling regret. You know how it feels, right? Notice the thoughts you are thinking. Look out for thoughts like
shoulda, woulda, coulda, shoulda, woulda, coulda, shoulda, woulda, coulda.
And now that you're aware, you need to interrupt yourself. When you're feeling regret, you're thinking about the past, which means you're not being present. You're not in this moment right now. So when you interrupt yourself, you pull yourself out of the past and into the present. So you could try something like
shoulda, woulda.
And you also need to tame those thoughts. And sometimes those thoughts are quite persistent. So try this game, it works for me. I call it the ABC Good Things game, where I go through the alphabet, naming things I'm grateful for.
I'm grateful for apples with almond butter. I'm grateful for books, never-ending books. I'm grateful for cottage cheese.
Try that game, it helps tame the thoughts. You're slowly taking back control. If that doesn't work, also try this.
5 things I can hear are...
And notice 5 sounds you can hear. Doing so brings you into the present moment. So now that you are present, you've activated the wiser part of your brain. It's time for you to get back in the driver's seat. And you can do so by reminding yourself.
You can drive all night long shoulda, woulda, coulda-ing, but it won't get you anywhere. It won't change a thing. You are where you are.
You're in the driver's seat. You're no longer being pulled back by regret. It's time for you to use regret to move forward, and that's what this next step will do. It's time for you to change lanes. This is the bit where you treat your regrets as signals on where and how you should move forward. Maybe your shoulda, woulda, coulda is telling you something about what you really want, but you just didn't have the courage to pursue. And the way you change lanes is first you look for the good. In a study, researchers found when participants were able to look for the silver lining in regrets, they could think more clearly. Regret signals improvement is possible. So pick one thing you are regretting and think about what benefit did you gain from the experience.
You know, if I had studied harder in the past, I probably would have continued down the route of what was expected of me instead of doing what I love.
So once you've looked for the good and you've looked for the benefit, you need to be your own best friend. See, often when we are feeling regret, we tend to beat ourselves up. We're not very kind to ourselves. Imagine what your best friend would tell you and tell that to yourself. I mean, they might say something like,
Yeah, right? You did the best you could. Things were very different back then, but you needed all this life experience to give and serve the way you do now.
these are the sorts of things your best friend might tell you. So tell that to yourself, console yourself. Doing so replaces the negative berating thoughts with the encouraging, compassionate thoughts. Next, it's time for you to listen to the signals. Listen to your regrets. What are they telling you? Listen and write down things you regret.
I should have worked harder at school, then I would have gone to a better university. I should have left Dubai sooner, then I would have progressed my career further. I should have started comedy when I first came to London at 26, then I would have been much, much, much funnier now.
Listen to bigger regrets you have in life, not small silly things. These bigger regrets are telling you something about the life you want and who you want to become to fulfill your potential. Listen to those. So now that you've taken stock of these bigger regrets, do something. List 1 or 2 actions you can take to apply the lessons from your past to move forward today. I used to have a recurring regret of not studying harder at school. So the action I can take today is, instead of picking up my phone, I'll pick up a book and read a book, or I'll buy a book, or I'll invest in something to learn and grow. Since doing that exercise of putting the past to rest and using action to move forward today, I have become a voracious reader and learner, and I'm committed now to lifelong learning. And I honestly wouldn't be as fired up to learn today had it not been for that past regret. Another example, maybe you regret not spending enough time with a loved one and they've passed on. So then what action can you take to invest time with the people that matter to you? And then do it. Book a coffee, book a lunch with them, do something today, or even call them. Do something today. As soon as you finish watching this video, do something about it. Action is key. It takes that negative energy and uses it as fuel to move forward. And you stamp out regret by doing something right now. Use regret to live the life you want and become the person you want to be by doing something. So why do we regret, and why is it important to move forward? Now let me be clear, I'm not suggesting you never regret. I mean, that would make you a psychopath. Regret is useful. It's useful for survival. It's our brain's way of telling us, hey, are you sure about that choice? Will that decision serve you in the long term? But we worry if we made the right choice. We could have done better, but we didn't. And we often compare the choices we made with an idealized path. But left unchecked, regret can be incredibly toxic and paralyzing. If you allow regret to hold you back, it compromises your ability to think clearly and make wise decisions today. And it undermines your present performance. Look, it's natural to have feelings of regret, but left unchecked, it becomes incredibly toxic. So get back in the driver's seat and change lanes by using regrets as signals on where it is in your life you can move forward and live up to the best version of you. You've got this. Now it's your turn. In the comments, I want you to share 1 regret from the past that haunts you. 2, write an action you can take today to stamp out that regret so you can use it as fuel to propel you forward. Thanks for watching. I'm Anis Kizilbash. And David, thanks for the question. David's a lovely subscriber. If you have a question, please ask in the comment box below. I would love to create something that can serve you. Please subscribe and hit the notification bells. If you enjoy my videos, then subscribe to my newsletter. Link below, Weekly Wisdom. I send it out on Wednesday, where I curate wisdom, insights and strategies to help you bring more joy and meaning in your life. So there's a link to that below. Thanks again for watching. I will see you in another episode. Bye.